Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson says his state is in for a challenging time with the surge in the virus. He's announcing a COVID-19 winter task force to fight the record number of cases and hospitalizations. And Governor Hutchinson joins us now. Governor, good morning to you. You're in a position similar to the position of many governors in this country right now. You're facing hospitalization records, case number records. I know you don't want to shut the economy down. You don't want to impose new restrictions, but you might have to. What are your red lines as you look at the unfolding crisis?
Well, of course, we've been working on this from day one, but we wanted to have a focused effort in terms of our hospitalizations, bring in our hospital team so that we can look at it from a statewide perspective, because you don't want to have to reduce elective surgeries that are so important for our general health in order to accommodate COVID patients. And so we want that focused effort. Whenever you look at what needs to be done, the first thing, we want to increase the compliance with our mask mandate. I've issued a mask mandate in Arkansas, but we want to increase compliance, and whenever you do that, you don't have to shut things down. We don't intend to shut our schools down. It's important to keep them open for our students, but we've got to do it safely.
So a shutdown is still on the table, it sounds like, if people don't follow that mask mandate. Following up on that point, I'm curious, are you satisfied with the federal leadership when it comes to masks and social distancing? With President Trump, we haven't seen tweets about it. We haven't seen speeches about it. There haven't been press conferences. And in fact, he seems to be modeling the opposite of what the CDC is saying.
President Trump and Vice President Pence have done a very good job in making sure that we've got our antigen testing, that we've got the warp speed for the vaccine. I've said many times that we could have got into a more consistent national message on wearing a mask, but that's a long time ago in history. Right now, everyone is united in our message as to what is needed. You look at all the epidemiologists across the country, and it's not complicated what needs to be done.
Yeah.
The three simple principles of social distancing, wearing a mask, and cleaning your hands.
Are you ready at this juncture to say the words President-elect Joe Biden?
Well, it's very likely that Vice President Biden will be the next president of the United States. I've indicated that. You want to give time for the process to work, because particularly in Pennsylvania, there's important constitutional issues that President Trump has raised.
But those will not affect the outcome, Mr. Governor. Those will not affect the outcome. They're not of a large enough number. The scale is not sufficient to change the vote count in that state. So what more do you need to see before you move from likelihood to congratulations, Mr. President-elect?
Well, I think you've got to give it a little bit more time, but it's getting very close to that. Of course, you look back in 2000, the contested race, and the General Services Administration did not ascertain the winner until into December. And so they have not ascertained a winner. The media has ascertained a winner.
Mr.
And like
Governor,
I said,
respectfully, in Florida, that was one state, and we're talking about hundreds of votes. Now we're talking about 5 states and tens of thousands of votes. It's not a comparable situation.
Vice President Biden is a likely winner of this election. We're looking forward to helping him get prepared. It is important that he is prepared as he looks at the likelihood of becoming president of the United States. I've advocated for him to receive the intelligence briefing. The public needs to be patient as the preparation goes on for Vice President Biden and the likelihood of him becoming president.
All right. The reason I press on this is just because the polls are showing Republicans overwhelmingly are not believing that this was a free and fair election. And, of course, that has a cost. That has ramifications that go beyond 2020, perhaps for future Republican candidates. But Governor Hutchinson, go ahead. Quickly.
That's an important point, and I don't believe we should undermine the election. We should go through and look at constitutional issues, but let's don't undermine the election. Let's make sure that we have confidence in it, and then whenever it is conclusive, as it's getting very close to be, let's support the outcome of the election, and let's unite behind our next president.
All right, Governor Hutchinson, my favorite fact about you is you got 65% of the vote in 2018, more than any governor of Arkansas, and that includes Mr. Bill Clinton. Maybe we'll see you in 2024.
All right. Thank you. Good to be with you.
Thank you.